It's not that easy to control it back to your goalkeeper. So Saliba, he takes a small percentage of blame for the goal. But Zubimendi, of course, he should be doing better.
Yeah, I totally agree. He's the start of it is Saliba's pass. It seems to be like a panic pass. Like you say, once you bobble that in with a bit of pace, he's hard enough to control it, let alone that. But like try and play it as a one-touch pass back to the goalkeeper was dangerous.
So 2 points in the last 9. There's still 4 clear. Is this a tiny little wobble from the league leaders, or nothing to worry about?
It's getting there. When you draws, and I was thinking like, yeah, but if a bad draw, then it's okay. But now we've gone on to a defeat against Man United. Obviously only 4 points, and it's not just one team that's in it. Obviously Villa, City that are right behind us now. So this will be a test, but we've had these tests before, and it's how you react. It's how you react after a bad result, and to react positively.
And that's the question everybody's been asking about Arsenal. 4 points, but if they get a couple of out of character results, what is the reaction like?
They've been brilliant up to this point, but none of these players have really won yet together, and they're all in this boat on this journey together. Sometimes you need one guy that's been there, that's done it, Vieira or somebody that can mentor these young guys. I don't think they have it. They're all in the boat together. They need to manage this storm, little one, because they've been amazing, to get over the line. Once they win the first trophy, I think they're going to win multiple trophies. But this year feels like it's the year they should get the job done.
It's just a little wave in the ocean.
Absolutely, yeah. It's given everybody a little bit of a chance, hasn't it? I don't think Manchester City season, but wow, they've been playing pretty average and they're only 4 points away from it. I mean, a massive result for Aston Villa today. That claws them into contention as well. So I still think it's Arsenal's to give away. I still think they're the best team in the league. They're the most consistent and the most solid, and they've got probably the best squad. But there are questions. They've not done it before for a long, long time. So we'll how it pans out. But 2 points from 9 is a wobble.
Your dreaded fixture next, Leeds away. That's when you have the weekend off, isn't it? Former clubs. Right, to the reigning champions.
Everyone is asking himself, will Arsenal get after this loss versus Manchester United? Because they lost at Emirates Stadium. Manchester United is the first team to win at Arsenal when Arsenal score first. So everyone is asking himself, can they do it? Can they continue and win this title? So we will continue to follow. It's a big win and a good win for Manchester United. The second win for Michael Carrick. His faces Manchester City last weekend. Then on this Sunday, he win against Arsenal at Emirates. It's a good boost for Manchester United. But unfortunately, Patrick Dorgu got injured on that game. But Brian Bomo scored again. And Matheus Cunha scored a wonderful game. So we'll continue to listen to the reaction of the coaches after different game of this weekend. Mike Arteta, Michael Carrick, Pep Guardiola, Unai Emery for Everton, Ryan Reznor for Chelsea, and other coaches. We will continue to listen to their reactions. Ikibazo umuntu wese ari kwibaza ati se Arsenal izongera yeguke nyuma yo gutsindwa na Manchester United kuri Emirates ku kibuga cyayo. Bikaba ari byiza kuri Manchester United. Umukino wa kabiri Michael Carrick atoje, umukino wa kabiri Manchester United itsinze. Dukomeze twumve ama interview y'abatoza ibyo bagiye batangaza nyuma y'imikino igiye itandukanye. Manchester City ikaba yakinnye na Wolves umukino wa mbere wa Magey. Manchester City played against Wolves first game for Magey. First game he started and the first win with Manchester United. This is Wolverhampton. You listen to the action. The first goal was scored by Omar Marmoush, assisting a good cross by Antoine Semenyo. Omar Marmoush was also denied a penalty checked on VAR and the second goal was scored by Antoine Semenyo, assisted by Bernardo Silva and Ryan Cherki. The second goal of Manchester City was scored by Ryan Cherki. And the game ended Manchester City win at Etihad Stadium 2-0 of Wolverhampton. Newcastle vs Aston Villa. Aston Villa won. First goal of Aston Villa, it was a long shot from outside the box by Emiliano Buendia. Emiliano Buendia opened the goal for Aston Villa, and the second goal was scored by Ollie Watkins, a good header from close, assisted by Lucas Digne, a good powerful header and finish for Ollie Watkins and Aston Villa. And the game ended Aston Villa winning 2-0 Newcastle. Newcastle 0, Aston Villa 2. Emiliano Buendia and Ollie Watkins are the guys who scored. Crystal Palace vs Chelsea. The first goal of Chelsea was a counter-attack, well scored by Estevao. Counter-attack, well scored and well finished by Estevao Williams. The first goal in the first half for Chelsea. The second goal was scored by Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro scored the second. Was scored by. It was a penalty, and that goal was penalty, well taken and well kicked by Enzo Fernandez. The third goal was a penalty, well kicked and well scored by Enzo Fernandez. The third goal for Chelsea. We are reviewing all actions and all goals for the Premier League in this weekend. And Wharton got a red card. Crystal Palace player got second yellow card and got a red card on a challenge versus Moise Caicedo. And Crystal Palace ended behind. Crystal Palace 1, Chelsea 3. The goal for Crystal Palace was scored by Richards. Bournemouth vs Liverpool. AFC Bournemouth vs Liverpool. First goal opened by Bournemouth. The first goal of this game was scored by Bournemouth, their striker. The second goal was also scored by Bournemouth. Jimenez scored the second goal for Bournemouth. assisted by Hill. Jimenez scored the second goal. Then Liverpool came from behind and a good header for Virgil van Dijk to open the goal of Bournemouth. A good powerful header for Virgil van Dijk and a good free kick by Szoboszlai assisted by Mo Salah. And Liverpool came from behind. It was 2-2. Good free kick by Szoboszlai. At the end, the last second of the game, AFC Bournemouth won the game. AFC Bournemouth scored the third goal. The match ended 3 for Bournemouth, 2 for Liverpool. At the last second of the game, AFC Bournemouth scored the third goal. That's how Liverpool lost all the 3 points of this weekend. Adri scored at the 90 minute plus 5. Let's listen to Ernest Roth.
Both teams were trying to score it all day, had better opportunities than us in the last 10 minutes. And then in the end, there was a long throw in, which led for them to a goal. For me, 4 minutes of time was by far not enough. But in the end, that didn't matter because they scored, although maybe we could have had them 2 or 3 minutes. But this game should not have had 4 minutes of extra time.
That was who says that Bournemouth scored when the game should have been ended because additional time was 4 minutes, but Bournemouth scored at 90th minute plus 5 minutes. So for him, it was a draw. Liverpool should got 1 point at that time, but they lost.
Really, performances have been average. Again, talking about football, it's not an exact science. We can, at the start we were saying, well, a lot of new players, and of course the horrific passing of Diogo Jota at the start of the season, and all these new players mixing it well within all of these different reasons, rhymes and reasons, and it could be one of them. It could be a mixture. But the ironic thing now is actually the new players that a lot of people were sort of criticising. 1 or 2 of them have actually been the best players in recent times. Certainly, Hugo Ekitike has been very, very good. He's been a super signing. Wirtz is starting to come good. Frimpong's playing okay. Kirkes is starting to play all right, although he's poor against Bournemouth. But yeah, it's been one of those times, one of those seasons. Lots of little problems, lots of injuries. The Mo Salah situation wasn't perfect, but you know what? They were playing poorly before Mo Salah sort of came out with his outburst. So yeah, it's just not been a great season. You need everything to be perfect when you're trying to regain your title, or not regain it, to defend it. So it's just been a really, really frustrating